Carlotta hasn't wifed hard enough at us. Let's go hear more from her. But not now, because this game has the time function for some reason. Yeah, I don't really get why these, why this Genshin has that function, I'll be honest. It's not like Xenoblade, where, like, only certain characters are out at certain times of day.
The midnight chime
As far
has
as I can
faded,
tell, there's
yet the
no
night
need for it.
endures. Restless hearts long for an understanding that should be ours.
That's my landline phone. I don't want any. I've been progressively getting more and more annoyed with that shit since I got back.
This should be the place Capello mentioned in his invitation.
I am this close to just picking it up in a Waspinator voice.
With this invitation, I wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep in your reception. I hope this gesture will help to mend any misunderstandings and strengthen our alliance.
That never happened.
In the name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood.
Very weird of them to include something like this.
Place of Raguna, I await.
Considering they tried to shoehorn you into doing this like
sincerely,
immediately
Capello
after.
Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation. That's kind of their signature, huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy?
Campanella? I wish. Oh wait, that is her uncle.
Oh yeah, the big boss of the vault and all that jazz. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big.
It's her uncle who got taken hostage off screen.
Got something good.
And then rescued off screen.
Maybe a mega feast. Ugh. I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly. I might not be able to show right when you need me.
Take 5, Abby.
You've got this. If anything happens, just smash your way through. Anyway, I'll leave this to you then. Oh, but hey, if you ever need my help, just give me a shout, okay?
To locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now.
Oh, what?
Guest from the Black Shores, laureate of the Carnival, savior and friend of the Montellis. Your presence is an honor.
Yes, I've gained quite the reputation after
Allow
the one
me to
day it's been
formally
since that
introduce
happened.
myself. I am Capello Montelli, Carlotta's uncle, son of the Padrino, and the next head of the family.
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at this hour? Is it really just about gratitude?
Sus.
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands. While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person. But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. unnerving, isn't it?
Why is your dialogue synced up so poorly with so many gaps in between? Why are you so obviously evil? Carlotta's got this. She's a smart girl.
I'll wait for her findings then. Things aren't as bright for the Montellis as they may seem. The Order, Thessalias, and the Fraxidas, any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk. The traitors we captured were a warning, but also a reminder to survive. I must seek alliances beyond the family. Especially with you, just as Carlotta did.
Bad touch. I thought I was already an ally to the whole family. Why are you being so incredibly sus?
Now that you mention it, let me be clear. Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that.
Uh-huh.
But she's
Pressing
from
a
the
butt?
lesser branch of the family. Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores, not her.
Oh, we got elitism.
Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended, that's what I meant. In the
Yes,
letter
her
by
father
remembering
married
a
outside of the
slight
family.
mistake.
Yes. Her parents weren't siblings like mine were.
The leader of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support far beyond what Carlotta could provide.
No.
The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority undermined, even by those I consider allies. So if you can't stand by my side, I prefer you stay out of the Montellis' affairs. Otherwise, believe me, you won't want to find yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong you are.
Why did Carlotta even give a shit that this guy was being held captive?
You're welcome to remain an observer from the sidelines, but once you join the table, you play by the rules. My rules.
I'll beat your ass in Parcheesi, my guy.
Well said. But the rules are not set in stone, are they? What matter of intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table? Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
On
Most
motorcycles!
unfortunate. Our little chat just finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull her aside for a private word, especially after all Rover and I have been through together.
Oh, ma!
But since you've finished, would you excuse us now?
Carlotta, you stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
Yeah, I totally know what that means, because we have such great chemistry and you and me are totally in sync. I don't know what place she's talking
A
about.
gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
I understand, Uncle. I've never forgotten where my privileges come from, nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family, and crush any threats to our standing.
Very well. Keep your words in mind.
Uncle, about Bennett, have you heard?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
Good cover. I repeat, why did this guy got kidnapped?
I'm more entangled in the Montelli family's schemes than I ever realized. When I went after the traitors... No. When I decided to help with the Carnival, the game was already in play. Carlotta warned me about eyes, so she probably wants me to avoid unnecessary attention. I'm not sure why, but staying under the radar is never a bad idea.
Yeah! Stop climbing the walls! Billy Goyle?
Carlotta's not here yet. Guess I'll have to wait.
No surprise! We're being watched by an NPC.
Might I trouble you for a light, young lady?
I don't smoke, and neither should you.
Oh, well. A cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's rain is a bad omen. Can't argue with that now, can I?
Gonna go out on a huge leap and assume he's Carlotta's grandfather. Count him out a bit. What the hell does that mean? That one of them there Britishisms? He's almost certainly here on purpose.
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh,
My choice didn't matter.
did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
Waiting for a friend.
Then it seems you will have to put up with me for a while. The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of time, place, or the mind. Here we stand, united by the rain, drawn to the same painting. They say in art, we glimpse pieces of our own soul. What do you make of this piece? Care to share your thoughts?
I'm not super into postmodernism, I'll be honest with you. Good contrast, though.
You
keener eyes than I expected. Seeing essence beneath the surface. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change, and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
Couldn't animate a guy walking away? Come on now. Ow!
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pazzoli's latest piece. Didn't know you had such refined taste. I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here, worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained. So, the old gentleman was simply hiding from the rain, was he? I see. The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts. Anyway, I'm glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Ragusa, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash. Calling you here with little explanation and a word of caution, I can only imagine your confusion.
Why is your uncle so sus?
The Montelli's path is not always paved with roses, but with thorns as well. As the heir apparent, my uncle bears many burdens. Seeing me work with you on the Carnival under grandfather's orders might have unsettled him, leading to a hasty, misguided move.
Yeah, no kidding.
In truth, I haven't thought about it, and my opinions hold little weight. The current plan has proven effective. I believe it's wise to trust grandfather's judgment, as I always do. Besides, I now have more important duties to fulfill. The shark in our midst has finally made its move. Recently, several of our partners claim to have found a superior cellar and ended their dealings with us. Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city. I'm not so sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold, but not reckless. Not one to easily betray. And the night he died, he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty, and the planet turns right, twice and a half.
Totally understand what that means.
The
Also,
meaning
dear
is
God,
yet
it
to be
is so
revealed,
slow
but he is
tonight.
clearly conveying a
I
message.
guess everyone's busy.
All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters.
Not sure with what. It's Sunday, but
The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Raguna. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression
hello,
and
Stu.
isolation.
How you doing?
As much as I hate to suspect family members, I cannot rule any of them out. You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you. My uncle's words were clear. Only those at the table can play the game. To engage with my family, one must have both standing and purpose. So, I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional member under my patronage.
Hello, Gimrick. But I'm not truly a member of the family. That's why you need to marry me. What?
If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis.
Or marry. Very normal about her. Yo, Forte! Hell yeah. This person has patrician taste. Absolutely.
When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token. Mine, for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye. It has a ring to it, don't you think?
That's my birthstone!
Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They share the same luster as Cat's Eye gems. Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
Okay.
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis. But among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
Oh my.
What made you say that? Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role, is that it? I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found...
All the characters are
what he
bisexual,
left
depending on what
behind
rover
is
you
still
choose.
active.
Yep. Yet another game where everybody simps for you, regardless of gender, which technically means everybody is chaotic bisexual. You love to see it. Unfortunately, I am still dedicated. Listen to that laugh. How could I not be?
It seems someone has acted faster. Those two... they're my uncle's agents. Sage and Acorn.
Those are really bad code names.
Yes, we address each other by code names. Handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need. Seems like they are looking for something as well. It's only natural my uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items. but my presence might raise a few eyebrows. Yes, you try and
I'll go
loosen
rough
their
them up
lips.
for you.
If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at margaritas. Talk business with merchants and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river. As for the rest...
What if I didn't? What if I just killed them and instead spent time with you since you're the actual focus? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Hey, that's you they're calling.
No, that's both of us.
Oh, do we have voice actors?
didn't
We know who some of
recognize
these
this
people are
person.
now?
Neither do I.
Carlotta is
Listen
played
up.
by Jennifer English, and she plays Shadowheart, the most popular party member in Baldur's Gate 3. Hell
Okay.
yeah!
You got the names right. Must be family. Who are you?
I'm Cat's Eye.
Cat's Eye.
Wanna fight
Doesn't
about
ring
it?
a bell. Probably one of those new recruits after the carnival.
So, what do you need? We are just about to wrap up and grab a bite at margaritas. Still got a lot on our plate today.
So what's up with that squirrel chef girl? She's pretty cool.
Oh, margaritas. Nothing quite like it, huh? And the pizza. Oh, it's a favorite in my circle, too.
Always a solid choice when on the move. Perfect spot for a bit of catching up.
You know, the last time I was there, I heard talk about a thief stealing from the vault. Is that true?
Well, cat's out of the bag now. See that house right there? That's where the thief lived. We came to search for clues.
No, not yet. We've looked everywhere, but found nothing.
To be honest, I doubt we'll ever find them. The thief has probably sold everything off by now. We are short on manpower. That's a needle in a haystack, if you ask me.
Boss don't seem too worried about it. They have plan B?
Well, our boss is the Padrino's son. He has his methods. Our job is to follow orders, not to ask questions. Just do what we're told, and do it well.
Or I am the walrus
That's
who
right.
Kachu.
If you spot anything unusual, keep an eye on it. Could be your big break. With a bit more time, I think you'll do just fine.
I've done what I need to do.
So, they found
Abrupt
nothing,
music
but
cut out.
assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation.
He's hiding something.
Curious.
Isn't he?
Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting. But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical Junior Vault employee. I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration. He was ambitious, but never greedy. I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation. The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Laguna. Mere profit would never make him betray us. For now, more evidence is required. The entire matter might need to be approached from a different angle. Shh. Hold still.
Carlotta, don't be alarmed.
See
There's an
that man over
NPC
there,
watching
the one that
us.
looks like a grey dove.
He looks like a what now?
After him. Quick.
Of all the things I could describe that man looking like, I don't know that that's it. Is he running through water?
Nowhere to run.
I know he's old and not everything can be budget, but dude.
These old creaky bones of mine. Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
No running, no chasing.
He had no choice but to run. To escape his past and sever any ties with the Montellis. Right, old Duncan?
Oh man, old Duncan!
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory.
He was running on a treadmill and at
remarkable that someone
times
of your rank
0.2
would remember
speed.
a man such as myself.
I will never forget that stormy night. Nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss. Now, I only feel tired.
Why are you here?
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there's something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching. What were you looking for? Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy? Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess? Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing.
Put it in the vent room.
Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life. Now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
I don't know who he's talking about. Help!
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of choice. Your leaving is a testament to this, is it not? If you're willing, there is still much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged stolen goods, everything but his body remains missing. Given your familiarity, You might help us in locating these items.
In that case, you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet.
Dangerously close to a Game Freak lawsuit there. Who is Scarlet Velvet besides a really silly name?
The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit.
Bang bang wahoo!
That said, with their recent fallout with the family,
Beats it down.
I can't guarantee you'll find them, let alone talk to them.
We have little choice but to try. Now, let's go.
Also, hi,
We're off
Otto.
to the most reliable source of information in Raguna.
Also, so the guy who sounded that is Bennett or whatever. I already forgot who Bennett is in relation to everything else in the family.
Wind against my vines.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They just talk in circles for so long. Sometimes
This
it's
is
easy
the
to forget shit.
In Raguna's market, they say fortune seldom favors those who lack a taste for fine drinks. Among traders, there's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own, more private codes. Yes. This area is essentially a neutral zone.
Can I order a pina colada
No
without
affiliations,
accidentally ordering a hit on
no
somebody?
restrictions. With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Yes, but I did
Greetings.
just start a race war. I don't want to do that either! What drink can I order without triggering an international
The
incident?
Scarlet Velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
I have to talk to everybody. I guess.
The wild desires, they swallow me like the roaring waves. Oh, how maddening's your tender love. I'd forsake it all, just to be forever lost in your embrace.
You're drunk. Go home.
But this amber drink, a deadly poison? Or a healing tonic? No, leave me be. Don't bother me. The void, the endless void has consumed me. I want no part in anything. Who are you and who am I? Montelli, Phasalia, the Order, the Commoners. Without these names, what sets us apart? But reality is cruel, and we have no refuge.
Let's go. Clearly, he's not the one we're looking for.
Kirsch, whiskey, and tomatoes.
Goosh.
Does it mean
Noosh, noosh, noosh.
red orange
Noosh.
that drink you have there
Neuter
is quite
model.
rare. Would you mind telling me what it means?
No. That's a people.
Wait, maybe I'm not ready for this. Forget it. I don't want to know. Imperator above, I am but a humble man, obsessed with the secret code of drinks. I shan't risk my neck over this. I've been exploring.
I like how all of these
drinks
people
might
are
encode
immediately
numerical
not the person we're
values
supposed to be talking
through
to,
alcohol
don't really
content
want
or
to talk to
vintage,
us
perhaps.
either,
But
and yet
lately,
have at
I'm
least 3 or
starting
4
to wonder
dialogue
if the
boxes
drink itself
afterwards.
even matters.
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements between both parties. With that in mind, the same drink or even the same object can be given countless meanings. Much like how my people and I sometimes improvise codes with whatever's available. Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Mind if I ask you a question?
Why is
Do you
the
know that
room
the bartender
spinning?
started his shift today?
Let me see. I got here quite early, and he was here about the same time. Probably around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Wonder how much RAM
I noticed you as soon as you walked in.
spinning. Cambridge dialogue forces on the game. I don't know, but I intend to find out.
Don't get me wrong, I've only been here long enough to recognize that drink, but I'm not making any guarantees beyond that. That's
Let's
swagger
stress
and
test the
flair.
PS5. It'll
You're
be
with
funny.
the Montelli family, am I right? I know I'm not the one you came for, but don't dash off just yet. You don't know what I have up my sleeve, you know? How about you let me prove how reliable I can be for your family? Go on, test me. I heard some rumors that the Montellis and the Order might have a closer relationship than they're letting on. But I wouldn't bet on it. When change is coming, you can always
I probably
sense it.
should have asked the other
It's hard to pin
things
down at first.
to actually
When you
realize what
do,
the hell is even going on. Because
it's
again, I
often
already
too
forgot who the
late.
hell Bennett's supposed to be in relation to everything. Diagonal? Oh, it only lasts for so long.
Impressive. You've proved yourself capable. 3 days from now, at this hour, return here and order a golden ears mambo. Watch for someone wearing a green tourmaline.
Anything else I can get you?
Oh,
Or is
yeah.
there a problem with the drinks?
Oh, yeah, Sigmar is one of the penguins, I forgot.
As expected from a Scarlet Velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least noticed, but with the best view. You mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this Scarlet Velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta, aren't you afraid things might turn ugly?
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
Surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not. So let's talk.
Wait, Bennett is dead? That complicates things, I'm afraid. I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, if you truly are as noble as he believed, go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk. I will inform Scarlet Velvet.
Oh, that is very far away. Nope. Absolutely not. Bennett is Italian Odin. No. No. See, here's the difference. Whoever the hell Bennett is, he is only going to be important for the next 2 hours, give or take. They're going to pretend that Odin is important for, I don't know how long. I don't want to think about how many hours that manga will add up to.
From the Sentinel, brought to Rinascita by the first Primus.
Oh, dear.
What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleansing of such blasphemy?
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals, but every single request is denied. You won't even tell us why. You've controlled the terminal supply, and the family stopped trading with us. These are all we have left. Why should we hand them over?
I can sense your fervent desire for the artifacts.
For someone named Scarlet Velvet, you are suspiciously lacking in color.
Worthy of the terminals is for the Order to decide. If you willingly part with your wealth in devotion to the Order's divine cause, the door to forgiveness might still be open. But should you persist in your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
Why is it lingering on him so much? I'm not threatened.
Must be Scarlet Velvet causing a stir.
It's 2 whirly whirls.
The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Is it because we're far from the heart of the city? Let's first address their troubles, and then we'll have a proper talk. Found your weak spot. Still recognize me? You will yield. The lovely.
Her kid really is cool, by the way.
The Montelli's
I like the
second
effects on him
daughter,
a lot.
and this year's laureate.
Only the shattered
I
glass
suggest you
with
tread
that color
carefully
palette.
and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel.
It's very nice.
Especially not for the sake of mere commoners.
Must
Must I remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their ways and reported your dealings. They have sworn to repent for their illicit production and cease all trade with you.
What are we arguing
How
about? What's
sad,
happening?
Miss Carlotta? Such loyalty to your family, only to be left in the dark. No one bothered to inform you, did they?
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right. Scarlet Velvet is always entitled to trade as they please, regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet fail to adhere to it yourself. If I were you, I'd be on my way to the penitentiary. Willful transgression is the worst blasphemy one can imagine.
Mark my words. The day Montelli is brought to its knees by the Order and Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy. When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control, and it will not be long in coming.
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point in having this conversation.
That's okay, I don't either, just for completely
Since
different
Ernesto
reasons.
said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly. Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry.
Wow, why are
items,
her
and all
lip
that
flaps so
nonsense.
rough? Holy
You
shit.
saw what happened today. And not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Thessalias?
There was a slight issue of a
I
traitor
didn't know it
in the
was
vault,
happening.
so our hands were tied.
I don't know what happened now.
A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise from someone in charge. Can you do that? One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? Excuse my earlier words. So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met.
Oh my god, put it in fucking
The
dialogue!
rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods, please. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay?
Man, I'm
He knew
trying,
stuff.
but I gotta be
Never took
honest.
advantage of us, never
Like,
budged
this
on
is
prices
flying
either.
completely over my head for the
For
most
him,
part.
it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. That's all.
This has
Come
just
to
been
think
a
of it,
whole lot of talking
he did
about
stay there
characters
for a
I
while
don't
last
know
time
and
we
their
saw him.
interpersonal
Asked us to
politics.
stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Wish I knew.
Watch out.
Not mean to get that. I'm trying not to get any of those. So that I can get them all later. But fuck. I'm not gonna be able to mark that one, am I? Nope. This is so stupid. I hate how it snaps to everything. It makes it so difficult to mark stuff. Just let me zoom in more. If it would just let me zoom in a little more, it wouldn't be so bad. Ah. Dude. Oh my god. Game. Close enough. Holy shit.
The lovely smell of vitality. Sour. Struggle harder. Entertain me.
You can tell someone was here. Look at the mess. Perhaps Bennett deliberately arranged it this way as a cover. We'll each use our senses to search. Then let's gather and analyze the clues we find.
Oh god, fucking damn!
Something is strange here.
These items aren't exactly rare, but they're not everyday objects either. They seem out of place here. Looks like Bennett left them deliberately.
Indeed. But what I find strange is these items. Don't they seem familiar? Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent me in the photo?
No! There was a photo!
Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest.
Oh, I feel like
The
such a
woman in the
jackass. I'm
painting
not
here
even
seems
necessarily
to
saying
stand
this
in the
is
gloomy
bad,
rain,
but
her
just like,
eyes remain bright.
hell if I'm retaining any of this.
Like the secret code in drinks, what matters is never the object themselves, but the shared rules and agreements between both parties. Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second line, 40 winters. The last one is a rotor device. The planet MLCL 190468. That format. It's a vault storage code. Of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. But what was he trying to convey in such a cryptic manner? 4 letters. The highest clearance level in the vault. Could it be? Hold on.
Carlotta? Yeah. You asked me to keep an eye out for Bennett's terminal. Well, I found it. Yeah, that's for me to know and you to wonder. But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can use it at all, the data and the records inside might need to be recovered.
Understood. I'll have someone pick it up for restoration.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even gonna check? Oh, no, it's nothing really. Just worried it might be too tricky to repair.
All right. We'll inform you when there's more to share. We're returning to the Montelli quarter first. The terminal will be fixed there. As for the codes, we'll figure it out once we arrive. You might not know this, but Bennett was never granted the highest clearance in the vault.
Isn't that a good sign? It means Bennett might not be guilty after all, just as you suspected.
But it's replaced by another suspicion. One I am reluctant to entertain, but I'm forced to consider. Only grandfather, uncle, and I have the highest clearance. Liberty Square, our proximity, the vault's security clearance, a traitor among the top brass, the indifference towards the stolen goods, and the authority to end dealings with Scarlet Velvet. As someone all evidence points to. Were I to entertain it, it all starts to make sense.
All of that?
Uncle.
All of that just to figure out that your
If it was
obviously
truly him,
evil
the heir to
uncle
our
was
family,
evil?
who betrayed us? Wouldn't that be utterly absurd?
No, not really. He made
Now,
it
all
very
that
clear that he
remains
was a
is to see
dick.
what the code reveals. It might clear our doubts, or confirm it.
I'll be with you, no matter what. So let's see where
We
this
get
leads.
it, you're gay! Wait, what do you mean? Oh, it didn't. I was like, okay. I thought it was a lot closer. It didn't actually take me here. Probably because it's apparently another simulation thing, and I've not unlocked it yet. There it is. My other two things?
My people just reported some initial progress on the terminal repair. Let's go. Our meetup spot is right ahead.
Lady Carlotta, we received a terminal addressed to you, signed DC.
Douglas?
The initial restoration is almost complete, but some data is overwritten or isolated due to the extensive damage. We were only able to recover certain sections. Our evaluation suggests that a full restoration might not be worth it. But, if you insist, Mr. Pierre at headquarters is an expert in this field.
Good. Make sure to contact him. Now please project the restored sections.
Absolutely. One moment.
Yes, that's where I was investigating that night. Seems like the intel was right. Bennett did go there. And the other location, I think it's my uncle's private dock. Primarily used for storage, not shipments. Reviewing the records hardly proves the connection between these locations. If time permits, we should take the terminal to Mr. Pierre. He's an old friend of Grandfather's and is an expert in this field. There may be other useful information in the terminal. But first, let's put that code to use. It could help us narrow down the range and provide better clues. Follow me. This is why I suggested we return here. Our vault holds everything. Family property, valuable items for trade, and prized possessions entrusted to us by clients. The complete inventory and access records can only be found here, accessible to those with the proper clearance. Please, follow me.
Yeah, that totally happened. Yep, I'm totally reading all that.
Someone extracted the core data module. It's empty now. This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module. Now only Uncle, Grandfather, and I have the clearance to retrieve it. In Renacita, the Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where they're freely traded. My grandfather learned to modify them during his early ventures in the new Federation. Our lantern-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet...
Chat, I'm so fucking bored. I swear to God, is anybody else in chat?
By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly.
I can barely fucking follow this. It's so dry.
Giving them choices they didn't have before. The Order is aware of our dispute.
You're in
with them.
Schrodinger's
They turn a
chat?
blind eye as long as we don't openly
Fair
challenge
enough.
their authority. The hefty taxes we pay maintain
You're both
this
here and not
delicate
here.
understanding.
I get it. Yeah,
As
like,
a
fucking
result,
by all
no
means, I know
family
it's a
member
slow
would
night,
ever
but if
divulge
anybody
our
has anything
family
else to
secrets,
talk about over this,
much
by
less
all
allow the
means, because
modules
I've
to
got
fall into the
nothing.
wrong hands. What exactly are you planning, Uncle?
I don't know, probably something evil.
No.
But
We
we've
must
known that
find the
for
core module.
an hour and 2 minutes now.
Carlotta, where are you?
Uncle, may I ask you something first?
We're saving our animo for
Before we
Sailor
convert,
Tree of Might.
The priest showed me
That's
your
fine.
pendant.
If we all just want to keep our
Did it
traps
come
shut
by-
now and save
what
it to pop
led
off
to
during
your
Sailor Moon,
capture?
that's fine. I just apologize that my commentary is non-existent because I can't, like I said, I don't
All
even think
you
this
need
is
to know
technically
is that it's
bad. I
fine.
can't make fun of it.
I'm in the
I
clear
can't
now.
smack talk or criticize this
Were you mistreated?
for anything other than
Did
like
they
just
coerce you into doing
I don't
something
fucking
against your
care.
will?
Heed my words. Whatever
I
you've
care about the
uncovered,
basic
put it behind
concept.
you and all will be as it was.
this uncle that
Judges
Carlotta
and
cared enough to
consequences.
stall out her plans for
Only
because he got
family.
taken hostage
Now,
is
we've had some
actually a
trouble with
dick.
the shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful
been
heir,
causing trouble for
I'm
the
giving you
family
a
and may in
new
fact
order.
be the lead
Take
traitor.
care of it.
Like, that's fine.
And I'll pretend none of this ever happened.
Just don't know why we had to spend an hour investigating the death of some guy named Bennett who we don't know. And getting into all the fucking semantics of like the
refuse.
stuff exactly that he was interfering with.
Excuse me?
I said I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened. I won't let a family member die unjustly or see our modules fall into the wrong hands.
Don't trouble yourself with the modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and tears. What harm is there in choosing the safer, easier path?
The guy from Genshin is dead. You would think he would be, right? I haven't touched that game in over a year. You'd think he'd have been power crept.
So,
A lot of people thought the
You're
Pyro
refusing
Archon
to
was
tell
gonna
the
power
truth
creep
and
him, but
reveal
nope.
the module's location, is that
He's
it?
apparently a DPS, so nope.
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Padrino would say? What
Oh yeah,
others would think of
Padrino!
us? I've given you an out. All you need to do is accept it.
Then so be it. Your course is set, as is mine. But mark my words, I will stop you, Mr. Capello.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry you have to see this side of our family.
It's okay to be a little less than perfect with her. It's not even her, it's her family, and we already saw this because there were traitors during the main story quest, which I think we had to do before this.
I just wished... No. I did promise I'd try to drop the pretense with you. I may need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth and exposing the traitor. I'm just saddened that my uncle is the one behind it all. We were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals, to carry the torch forward. And yet now... Well, wallowing in emotion won't solve anything. Our priority now is to recover the data module. Every moment it's missing puts our family at greater risk. The core module is difficult to carry around. They must have hidden it. The dock Bennett visited used for storage. Could it be there? We need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move the module sooner than expected. I need to inspect the dock for any clues. but time is not on our side. If Capello acts on this, I might lose my window to secure the module. Our sole advantage now is that we're operating as a pair. I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the dock turns out to be a dead end, we will need other leads. I know that securing the module alone won't suffice. I must uncover Capello's true motives. How it will affect our family. I'll figure it out. I promise. They call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe this place doesn't hold what we're looking for. Why did Bennett come here then? Or am I too late? Did Capello get here first? And the energy fluctuation. It was going off and on. No, I couldn't have been imagining it. Such a big mirror. Why is it here?
Ah, yes, the criminal escaped into the mirror world, just like Kamen Rider
Doesn't seem to be made
Yuki!
of common glass, but some kind of crystallized energy. Oh. Will I find the data module on the other side? Or was all this just a trap?
Hello again.
Hello again, Carlotta's grandfather! Okay, thank you. Thank you for not being coy about it.
You don't
I
seem
appreciate
very
that.
surprised to learn who I am.
Yeah, no, because it was
Carlotta
incredibly
told me
obvious.
Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
What's the term for it? A destined encounter? The universe brought us together, and I happened to take the initiative. It's almost poetic. Wouldn't you agree? That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're here for that terminal.
You don't
Let
mean...
Pierre inspect it for you, and we can resume our conversation. Remember that painting we discussed earlier?
No.
In a fragile equilibrium,
Baby.
the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. It's confined to a seemingly flawless structure, stripped of its autonomy. I don't want the same fate for her. But I can't simply impose my path upon her, expecting blind obedience. She must find her own path, with a partner she can fully trust.
Please fuck my granddaughter, Rover!
There will be no leniency. Even my own son is not exempt from this.
Oh yeah, she's the second daughter.
However, before I
Oh wait, no,
intervene,
he's grandpa.
I want to see her plan take shape.
He's talking about the evil
my
uncle.
hand should only
Duh.
be played as a final measure. The old give way to the new. It's the way of the world. But for us Montellis, the courage to break from the past matters far more than clinging to it. So I ask you this favor.
Hello, Neo.
When the time is right, give this to her.
Carlotta's uncle is actually evil and a traitor, and undermining the family from within, despite being the next in line to like take over and be the leader or whatever.
This terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data.
They spent an
even
hour
the
telling us
overwritten
the
and
minute
isolated
details
bits.
of the kind of stuff he's doing that undermines the family, like interfering with trade negotiations and shit like that, and it was incredibly boring, and I tuned out almost all of it. Now we're finally actually getting to the root of the issue and talking with her grandpa about how to actually deal with us. Also, he wants us to fuck her. I could have just said that. That's clearly the
The
important
terminal
part,
has
right?
been tampered with, but nothing was intentionally erased. It seems they wanted to overwrite the data to avoid detection. I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll send over the data so you can see for yourself.
I assume you've taken care of Bennett's body.
We dumped him in the tacit Discord zone overnight. We'll claim he was killed by those monsters tomorrow morning. Sir,
They killed
are you
Bennett!
sure?
I'm so
Are they really gonna
invested!
work with the Order? Have they made you kill one of our own?
My
We're
quality
in too
hiding.
deep now. Handing over the data module to the Order will cement our position as an ally of the authorities.
I assume it's
We've
because
replaced
it's
the
supposed to
Fisseliers.
be because we're watching
The
a
other residents in
simulation.
the city are irrelevant.
Remember, they proved yesterday they're not great at emulating like realistic
Bennett,
effects
I
for
would have taken
for
care of him
audio.
regardless.
See the old
He
man
knew
who
too
was
much.
supposed to be up
He
high and far
deserved it for
away, but
pursuing
just
the
sounded like he was in the
Scarlet
toilet.
Velvet. Anyone who gets in my way shall meet the same fate.
Yes, sir.
We all stood together on that stormy night. Each one of us losing someone dear. And we all share the desire for our family to find an easier path forward. The best way to avoid sacrifice isn't fighting, but aligning ourselves with superior powers and knowing when to yield. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you. But I ask this of you one last time. Please, put this terminal in Carlotta's hands.
What's in it? Carlotta? What will happen to her?
Nothing, save for the standard location tracking data every terminal holds. In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlotta doesn't interfere in the meantime. She'll be given a chance to join our side. I promise. Think about Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what he stole and let it be a thing of the past. I know you care more about your late friend than you're willing to admit.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of our own? It's a complete betrayal of our family.
On a scale of 1 to
Must
10,
recall
how
this
bad is
madness
this?
Something.
Or what? Or 1 to Nilu? Like, it's not as not as dire as the Nilu one was.
Too risky. Wait,
Because this has
I
still
have
been
on
at
its
least
body. Nobody's
mostly
gonna pay attention
about
to a dead men's
Carlotta.
terminal. I'll record it, then overwrite with new data.
Or has it? I don't
have
know.
to keep this
I don't
record
even
well.
know, anymore.
In
This
case
is
I
killing
also-
my brain, honestly. Again, it's just very dry. Like, if I can even call this bad, it's not bad in a fun way, so I just have fucking nothing to say about it.
A trap? Wait.
Yeah,
So,
no, we just spent
wouldn't
way
Lady
too much
Carlotta be
time
in
talking to
danger?
NPCs.
I don't
Like I
think
said,
that's part
just
of your
giving out
plan.
minute details
Are
that
you really letting her face this
I
by
can't
herself?
imagine really matter.
She's already there, so why bother? I
Not
trust
really doing anything to
Carlotta,
progress the actual
our
character who
esteemed
is supposed
guest.
to be a companion quest for. Granted, it doesn't necessarily
Is
have
a
to
trap,
progress them.
but also an opportunity
I
for
wouldn't
her
say
to
Gion's
mature.
progressed him at all. It was more about getting insight into his character, but by that same token, I don't feel like we're really getting any insight into Carlotta's character either.
What is that?
The family will shield you.
The most quote-unquote insight this has given me into her is that I think she might be a little dumb for not realizing her uncle was evil sooner, but even that's going to probably be too mean.
These flashbacks. Could it be from touching that mirror?
Slash generous in regards
Energy
to stuff
crystals
actually
made
happening.
into a mirror with pre-made sonoro inside. A sly trap. These masterless echoes have turned hostile. The frequency fluctuations in the sonoro seem unstable.
The insight is that
I'll
her
have to
family
handle
has
them before I
succession
can
wars.
start
Yeah, I
seeing.
guess. Again, I prefer stuff relating to the characters' actual personalities. Not just learning minor details about their goings-on.
The stage is set. Running won't save you.
Can I have a quest unfinished just do half and be like, I'm good?
Can you keep up?
I mean, that was me when I started doing Genshin again very briefly and tried to finish an event to get a free outfit. And then didn't.
Found your weak spot. Now there's nothing else in my way.
Like, yeah, I
These
could just
obstacles
leave it.
suggest the answer is likely there.
It would
I
almost
must
certainly
investigate that mansion.
hover over me like a dark
The way
cloud and
out and
remind me,
clues I
hey,
need
it's here, and
may
I'd
lie
almost
within its
probably
walls.
accidentally walk into it off screen at some point. Which, again, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
This layout and decor seems strikingly similar to our
Because
mansion.
it's not really I don't actually
Just
do
with
anything
slight
interesting or that I have anything to say about why I even do it
This
on
area,
screen, right?
These decorations, the chandeliers specifically, were destroyed during the invasion 5 years ago. Am I truly in the past, or trapped in some kind of simulation?
Is that a possibility? Is it a possibility that we just time traveled?
Can you keep up? Can you keep
Because I didn't get that impression at all. The domain. Fucker, any chests? No, okay, Ninja, yeah, the Pizza the Pizza Time song got copyright claimed, but it's a bullshit claim. That song is public domain. Because it's just, because like I said, it's just a very compressed version of da 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 da. Like, I don't know the name of the original song, but like, that is a public domain piece. That claim is bullshit, and I have counterclaimed appropriately. And it's fucked up because the name for the person that's trying to claim they own it, it's the same name as the guy who uploaded the most popular version of the video. So either that guy is a colossal dick who got way too big an ego and tried to copyright claim it because his video is the most popular version of it, or much more likely, given how this shit tends to work, some literal no-name
Already heard.
took out a copyright claim with one of those
Actually,
bullshit
imagine the whole
companies
family's caught
and
wind
just
of it
slapped
by
that
now.
guy's name on it to make
Isn't
it
that
seem
why
more
we're
legitimate
throwing this
because
rally
he's
for her
the
today?
most popular uploader.
Tell me, how on earth do you stay in
Either
the
way,
loop,
it's
tinkering
bullshit,
away
and
at
I'm
home like that?
counterclaiming it. And if they
You
try
must
to,
be shocked.
and if they try
Capello's
to,
already the air.
to
So,
snap back
why on
at
earth
me
did
and
he
escalate it
not
to
go?
court, so be it. If I have to go to court to state the bleeding obvious that this song is public domain,
from the other side of
so
the
be
family,
it. I'll call that
adopted by
bluff.
Padrino. This rally,
I called it when they tried to
held for
copyright
me.
Philistine from No More Heroes.
a mere
I
touch
called
of
it
the
when they
mirror
tried
was
to do
enough
it for
instantly draw out my
for
memories,
March of the Gladiators, the Edelgard incident,
experiences,
like I brought up
and
in
even
Discord.
passing thoughts,
I ain't
creating a
afraid of you.
scenario.
If I'm not 100% sure that it's not public domain or that there is someone with a legal right on it, I'll back down. Like I try to counterclaim anything.
You look a little familiar.
But if they
it's
snap
you
back,
again. What brings you
and there's a
back here?
chance I'm wrong, I'll be like, okay, fine, I
shouldn't
can't
know
risk
me
losing my channel and getting sued.
Not at this time.
But when I know
I
for a
don't
fact that they're
understand.
full of shit,
What time?
See
What
me
are
in
you
court,
talking about?
motherfucker.
Sorry, please don't mind what I just said. I'm not really sure where I am, why I'm here, or what I need to do.
And I was going to, real talk, I was going to apologize for talking so much over the dialogue because I didn't catch any of that. But given that a character in-game just said the same exact shit I've been thinking for the past hour and a half, no. No, I'm not sorry. Thank you, Carlotta. You're a dear.
Actually, I think he meant to say, we just saw you. Just now, about a
I'm gonna
minute
go
ago.
get some, well,
You
let me
walked
wait
right
now.
past us and headed that way.
Anybody says I'll have to move again in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're back so soon.
I walk into a
By the
Pepsi
way,
and get some coffee.
You do look a bit different, don't you? Your outfit. No, it's more the accessories, really. Yours are red, but the person I saw had blue ones on her wrists. Oh, perhaps I'm imagining things.
Red!
Blue accessories. I saw blue accessories on that hand that pulled me inside.
Her clothes are
I
red?
suppose she's the friend who invited me here. Could you tell me how
Sure,
she's
buddy.
been left alone since arriving, and I believe I really should meet her.
Perhaps she's just out for a stroll.
Let's go. Yeah, like I said, again, I don't know the name
schedule
of the
due to a
original
mishap.
piece, but that song's
Everyone's waiting
obviously
for the
been
rally
around
to
a
begin.
very long time in some form or
Yes,
another.
Now I remember. The rally didn't start on time because of a lighting malfunction. On the other hand, once the lights are turned on, something
Yeah,
may
no, there is
change
absolutely no
and could
copyright
reveal
holder
new
on that. You
clues.
cannot fool me.
Thank you. I think I know where I'm going now.
It's called Funicula.
You're welcome, I suppose.
With
Well,
apologies to
done much
Italians
for you.
everywhere.
I doubt it means much to say this to you, since you only exist in this place, and unlike me, you probably don't need to hear this. But I believe Padrino took her in because he saw the makings of a true Montelli.
Who?
Fancy a wager? I bet.
Am I supposed to know this? I feel like I'm supposed to know this, but I don't, so I'm looking it up. Gonna party like it's 1999. Do. Okay, see that's the. See, my mind went to Prince. Everybody else's mind probably went to JoJo. We are not the same. I'm looking this shit up. I don't give a crap. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to know this already or not, but apparently the answer is 6289. Close.
All right, time to check the lobby.
Yeah, if I was supposed to know that already, feel free to tell me how. What was even the question? I have no idea. Carlotta thinks she's possibly gone back in time? Or is it a simulation? How either of those things would have
Come over,
happened?
my child.
Asking the wrong person?
Sir,
And then there
are
was
you talking to me?
something that wanted a 4-digit
Yes.
access code, which there was talk of
Yours,
before.
Carlotta, come up to the front so everyone can see you.
I'm looking at what happened 11 years ago. Maybe, I don't know. Is this what happened 11 years ago? I don't know.
Today is a special day. The beginning of your journey as one of us.
Gibble gabble,
As
gibble
my
gabble.
granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name. My name. The family's name. And with it, its privileges and responsibilities.
I knew it. She shares our bloodline.
She is a true Montelli, just like the Padrino.
Puny little thing. Such a nervous look to her.
Now see, if this had been the first time she started talking about it being the past, when stuff seemed familiar, that would have been fine.
What makes her worthy of the
But
Montelli
she didn't. The second we got in here, it's like, oh, I've either gone back in time or this is
I failed to
simulation.
see how she could possibly belong to our
What?
race, let alone carry the family name.
It was you. Recognition. Praise. Glory. Isn't that what you want? Stay here.
So the guy
and
claimed.
you'll have all of
So the guy we talked to was colorblind because he claimed that her accessories were red, and then he saw someone whose accessories were blue. Hers are pink, and that is black. Also, her eyes are actually scarred up, unlike the girl with the band-aids.
Is that the exit? Dazzling sunlight. Am I in the court? Have I left that scenario already? Now the question...
We face it ourselves, I guess? I guess they realized, shit, this companion quest isn't actually about our companion.
This place.
We should have a Persona 4 moment with her.
Just follow me here.
Baby, I don't know. I don't know where we are. I don't know why this is happening.
You were the one who brought me into this scenario. Ugh, fine. But why should I tell you? True, I brought you here. But remember, I am a product of your own making.
Are you?
Your memories, your desires, your fantasies.
One, if that were true, this would just be her fucking the rover. Two, are you?
We will share the same past, present, and perhaps even future. Don't pretend we're alike in any way. And keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth. Oh, right. How could I forget? You worked so hard to earn the illustrious Montelli name back then. And this was your humble abode, correct? A poor little girl.
This can't be my fantasy.
Side of
There are
the
no
family,
clans or exotic battle wheels here.
Trying
Wait, what?
desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her new home, fearing abandonment, and playing the part of a proper lady. You're a star in the ballroom, a top investor at the auction house, but your true talent, being the family's favorite weapon, carrying out orders without question. Is that all you live for? I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance, validation, indispensability.
Is that what you're offering?
Did you see how everyone adored you?
This is making me feel
Isn't
so
this
stupid.
a dream come true?
And maybe I am. Just god damn it.
Oh, planning to shoot me again? Don't bother. This scenario is born from your consciousness, and it's also my domain. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not try shooting yourself? Perhaps that will work. Don't be so quick to deny it. If you truly never craved acceptance and recognition, would I even exist? Since praise and affirmation aren't enough for you, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Show me how much your sweat and tears are worth. Still recognize me? Can you keep up? Improvise. Brilliance lights the way. I'm still standing. Can you keep up? Take this.
Sick Elton John reference, by the way. I heard that.
Nice work. But this is only the beginning.
Please, God, no.
You must be dying to know which part of the past this is.
No.
Would you like a little hint?
Because I have no context for the past. I couldn't skip that text crawl, by the way. I
Blood
tried to
debts
eat
will
right out
catch
of it.
up with those who have to pay. The storm is coming.
Da,
Now
da, da.
I knew you'd never forget. The rain that night never ceased in your heart.
Help! Help!
Damn it! This is a trap!
There's about 20 to
Taken
30
what's
minutes left.
ours.
I was looking at that earlier myself.
This won't go.
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic.
Less
in
than
their
I thought.
voice. How they
More
must
than
be
I'd hoped.
begging for a capable leader to come and save the day. Can you keep up? The world is mine. Still recognize me? Running won't save you. A smooth journey.
3 key areas have been hit one after another. South Second Block, West End Dock, and our intel says the Physaelias are gearing up for another hit on our headquarters. They ambushed Father first before we did anything to them. It is beyond unforgivable.
We're running out of time. Capolo, we need a plan before Padrino wakes up. Call for reinforcements from the East End.
No, we shouldn't do that. The Physaelias were keeping an eye on our other territories.
No, we're not doing that. They can take the West End.
Why? They're tough, but we're no pushovers either. We earned our turf fair and square. Why? When Padrino eventually wakes, how do you plan to explain that we have let his and the entire family's efforts go to waste?
But we still risk exposing the location of our headquarters. It's all about predicting their moves.
What about you, Carlotta? What do you think?
Once again, this deviates from my past experience.
Yes, I'm skimming at this point.
I'll point them down the right path this time. We'll hit their base.
Because this is a hallucination or some shit that doesn't actually affect anything of something that's already happened.
The dock will stay put to give
Did
the
I have
impression we know
variable
nothing.
context?
Then we'll send our main forces to where the Thessalians keep their echoes. The trade routes mean nothing compared to that. As they know what we value most, we need to demand something of equal worth from them as our bargaining chip.
Is this really going to work?
We can't afford to lose our people. Everything else, even the mansion, are simply assets. I'll cover the rear. Quickly and swiftly. Can you keep up?
I have to.
Found your weak
I
spot.
have to. I did indeed pull for Carlotta. I didn't actually necessarily want her. I did 2 YOLO 10 pulls on her banner to try and max out my Sanhua. And got her very, very early instead.
Still recognize me?
And then I actually played her in the story and really liked her, so I got her weapon.
Found your weak spot. Can you keep up? Stand down. An eye for an eye. Victory favors me.
Potentially serious weather inbound towards your city, Ninja. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, yeah.
In the name of the Montellis.
Yeah, I heard there's some storms brewing.
Wow. Look at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. No. That idea has been brewing in your mind since that very day. How does it feel to finally have your dismissed plan validated? Back then,
Completely
no one
indifferent
bothered
because
to
this
ask
isn't
your
actually
input,
happening.
did they? The big shots like Capello and those old-timers couldn't care less. The family ended up making the worst possible choice. They called for reinforcements, depleting resources in both headquarters and the East End.
No. Cynthia. Look at me.
Boo! 60 months with the tear free. Absolute mad lad. Why is Carlotta blue? That's what I'd like to know! We're currently in a weird mirror world / occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge thing where she's reliving her past regrets. Except everything's working out.
No end to the ambition. No end to
Except she
chasing wealth.
completely knows that it's not real, so I don't know what this is supposed to demonstrate to her or the audience.
How
Other
much
than
more
wasting
do
our
we have to
time.
lose?
Later, boop. Have a good one.
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever gone. It stands as the greatest tragedy in our family's history. With that blood debt haunting you, you became the sharpest blade, working harder than ever to protect the family's interests. And Capello? Did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became painfully clear that his
Ooh,
power
one more from that
alone
any other RPG
couldn't
game.
secure
Because
his
it's got great
ambitions.
combat. The way the story is told,
Sacrifices are inevitable.
gets to be
and
sometimes,
someone
including
must
right
bear
now.
the burden. By doing so, the family's interests can be preserved. Is this not the balance you wish to maintain? You were never meant to make decisions for the family. Do you really have what it takes to reshape the order of things? No matter what you say, I must stop him. Why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now?
Yeah! In a hallucination!
Illusion of your making.
It can't
choices may
actually
have altered
affect
the
anything.
outcome.
She has a broken... Yeah, why does
It's
she have a
impossible
scar?
to
I
prove
don't
now.
get it! Why is there even a
past
mirror
is set
version
in
of her,
stone.
unless this is just straight up hallucination?
We
Where
only have
are
one
we?
path before us.
What time is it?
Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. But we cannot be shackled by the past. I might not be in charge, but my principles are clear. Every action I take is for the benefit of the family.
What do you mean IKEA doesn't do cars?
I must leave here and stop Capello. Whatever the consequence.
I don't know why that was ever in doubt and why this segment was even needed. But there we go.
You're unshakable, aren't you? So you've made up your mind already.
Already? It's been
Our
like half an
negotiations have
hour.
reached a dead end. Then I'll need to try something else to make you stay. Can you keep up?
Left. You should have gone left. Wait. Or maybe not. Think it over. I told you before. You should take...
Wrong. Wrong again. Do you really think you can choose the right path?
You can't fool me. None of this matters. I'm just going to keep running
Let's get
until
lost.
plot
Do you
progresses.
truly think you are worthy of the Montelli name?
Just give up. What an embarrassing sight. What is so painful to watch? You might have another chance up ahead.
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
You can't fool me. None of this matters.
Don't you see? This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost.
One must imagine Carlotta happy.
Later than you thought.
No, not this way, Piccolino. You should try another way.
No,
Choose
you
wisely.
can't fool me. It doesn't matter.
You still have a chance.
Okay, that's a trigger. Okay, here we go. See, didn't matter. I know when something's wasting my time. Oh, don't threaten her with a good time.
Why are you?
I don't know. If I am the real one, how the fuck did I get in
You might
here?
be in danger. Also, I'm here to deliver this. The gun was always there.
We should be asking where.
You earned the right to use it the moment you chose to act on your own accord.
I mean, companion quests are the one time I'm kind of okay with it not necessarily being about us. But I don't know. I don't know if this is actually us and we found a way into whatever the fuck this is off screen.
The Padrino's gun never leaves his sight.
Or if this is her
If
way
he
of,
places it
or if
within
this
your
is the
reach,
evil mirror's way, another way to try to convince her to
only
stay.
mean one thing.
Because she's gay for us or whatever.
You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of Montelli. Now, whether it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone.
It's presented like such a triumphant thing. But considering I don't even understand what the obstacle we were facing was, like, pretty animation. That's about it. You're still here and still talking? If Gamrick was right about how much time is left, we're not gonna have any time left to actually deal with the evil uncle or whatever.
I am merely a blade made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my orders? I'm getting old. We should take the easier approach.
If we can make other people pay the price.
Unless Mir herself is the uncle, that's the only thing that makes sense.
So, why can't you just give in to me and stay here? Surrender. Victory favors
I also
me.
Rover's in combat, so I guess we really did just find our way in here somehow.
Is upon us. Strike one with the sound.
Can you keep up? A new era awaits. Found your weak spot.
Sounds come forth.
The stage is set. Improvise.
Swift and resolute.
My uncle is actually my evil mirror self? A kawaii anime girl?
How did you let go of confusion and doubt so easily? Those were your true feelings.
Because it was incredibly obvious this was a setup to distract us of some kind and was wasting our time.
You and I. What makes us so different?
The fact that I'm an actual life form and I don't know what you even are?
Rover, care for a story?
No!
A story about why a certain girl was adopted.
I do appreciate us just walking away from it and not answering it, but no.
Prayer alone offers no salvation. In the face of survival, creed becomes meaningless.
How dare she eat the tribute? Nanny always said that food is for tribute. It's not for eating.
You're a bad girl. I'm telling Nanny.
And that was why I never ate oranges again.
Who would have thought? She's a Montelli after all. The hall is in chaos. Yet she clings to her weapon. What a monster.
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon, defying indoctrination to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me. The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise to become a true Montelli.
What did I learn?
I see. So Duncan was in the dark about the real cause of Bennett's death. He simply wanted
Yeah,
to
don't even
protect
show
his
us
friend's
how we got out of
reputation.
there. Because we don't even
And
know what
Capello
there
used
was.
that. Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt, clearing his name. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would have found the information hidden beneath the overwrites. He simply laid a trap at the dock that Bennett visited. I can empathize with Duncan, even to some extent Capello. They're driven by a desire for safety and stability. Tempting future, even for me. We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged. To yield to them now means giving up even more. And once we lose our grip, we'll no longer have the luxury of refusal. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way. I will follow their lead and chart a course towards a brighter tomorrow. For our family and all of Raguna. Wealth and power will safeguard our freedom, while freedom in turn will nurture wealth and power. The Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold and lead Raguna towards a wider horizon, embracing Septimont, Huanglong, and other countries. And through it all, we will never forget who we are. The family exists to accomplish what one cannot, and withstand the winds of fate. This is the future I envision for the Montellis. Like I said,
They sure are talking about stuff. It's not just me, right?
And all that war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly
Like, if
tailing
somebody
Capello
can
in search of
explain
hidden
in
data
detail what is actually even happening and why it's actually good, by all means.
Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a
And
formal
again, I'm not
reply.
even necessarily saying this is bad. I'm just saying that, like, something
help me
about
give
it
them
and the
an
way it is being
unforgettable
delivered
response in 2 days?
is off. Because I'm not retaining anything. I'm not retaining any of the information being said, because a lot of the information is not directly about the characters I care about. I still don't even understand what happened with the Mirror World and Mirror Carlotta. Genuinely have no idea where we even were and what was happening there. How Rover got into the place. If you're getting a lot of context, keep in mind you just got here, Jux. Yeah, thank you. I was so far away. Why were there so many blank spots? Feels like an old fan translated chapter of Hunter x Hunter where they overly explain things and made everything more confusing and complicated. Yeah, right? Like, I don't understand how we went from a relatively straightforward premise of, oh, Carlotta's uncle is evil and also a traitor, to huge investigation into how this one random Vault Keeper died. They just said it, and I've already forgotten, like, why he had to die or what. I don't know. How that connects to her uncle and that other guy who was spying on us. They mentioned him, Duncan. I still don't even understand who he is in relation to anything.
Can you hear me? Just checking your location. Have you reached the spot, my
I'm not sure that this is a bad story, but this is definitely a badly told story.
Perfect. Remember to be stealthy. Scarlet Velvet and my operatives are positioned in all the streets around the venue. Should anything go awry, I'll set Plan B in motion. The venue only has one entrance. I've arranged for a handler to get you in. You'll go in first and then help me slip in without drawing attention.
Oh, the upstairs parlor is off limits, reserved for a private event.
Did I give any indication that that's the one I wanted specifically?
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, yes, they did tell me about that. But weren't you supposed to arrive half an hour later? What was that? You do have a point, but it's a special day.
You do have a point, whatever you said, because I'm not reading the dialogue options.
What's your code name? Show me your token.
Hey, Tulip. Why are you still standing there? Come here. Boss just asked for you.
Who? Who?
Ah, a tulip coin. I remember you. You work at the vault, don't you? We had a drink at Margarita's.
That feel when I can't tell if he's telling the truth and I blacked out, or if he's just playing along to save face and act like he's up to date with information. I don't know and I don't care.
No wonder you arrived early. You people at the vault are always one step
What do you mean,
ahead.
you people?
Yeah. We can talk after getting the job done. Now hurry up. We'll deliver the gifts together.
You can't. I don't know who this guy is and why he's helping me, but you can't make a cool reveal out of it. He's clearly an NPC. Whoever he is and why ever he's helping me, it's not worth trying to drag out a mystery.
Have you made it inside? This area is under surveillance. On either side of the main stage, you should see something that looks like a control panel. Operate it to disable the cameras, then place the gems I made with my forte into position.
Okay, stop talking and let me do that. Give me objectives, please. Thank you. Ooh. Wait, shit. I'm dumb. Wait a minute. Okay. Like, Nova, you're not has this game really killed my brain cells that badly? Okay.
How did it go? Any issues?
Besides my brain dying for a second on that
Everything's
first
fine.
one, no.
Just got to the place we agreed on.
You didn't see that.
Main hall, 5 o'clock. Done. The front of the hall. Done.
Now, chat, you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked and awed. But
Blind spot,
guess what?
Done.
I have no idea what our objective is in here either. I have no idea why we had to sneak in here.
Back window done.
I have no idea why we're waiting to open the door and let
The setup is
Carlotta in, and
complete.
why she can't commit herself. I have no idea what we're supposed to be accomplishing in here.
How's it going on your end?
I'm out of the mirror and the jam is set up. Capello actually inspired this plan. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to infiltrate.
You're out of the
The
mirror.
Order's agents have taken the bait and are at the
Did
location.
you go back in there?
Rain and Retriever are primed for action.
Or is that extremely delayed
We'll head out
information?
at the chime of the hour.
I'm right. They need to explain some more. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even necessarily gonna say this is bad, but it's badly told. Because again, like, for all I know, it's very possible, and in fact likely, that they've explained at least some of this stuff better. but it's buried under so much gobbledygook that I don't give a shit about that it goes in one ear and out the other.
Nearly go time. The Order's men should be here.
So difficult to distinguish what matters from what doesn't.
We should talk, Capello.
You? Why are you here?
What are you doing here?
Your guests won't be showing up today.
Translation issue? It's not. I guarantee you it's not. It is just Chinese gashas being Chinese gashas.
So it was your
I have no idea if this is true, but I heard this a while back as an explanation for this kind of thing because again, all these Chinese gashas they all have the same problem to varying degrees, but they all do.
But something doesn't add up.
Apparently, there may or may not be a thing in China where the writers are literally paid by the word. Like, regardless of quality of the writing, or implementation, or overall presentation, and all that, they may or may not be dead-ass just paid by the word. Which would explain so much
He's been using
about so many goddamn games.
Paid the ultimate price. Bennett was just one of his victims. He didn't fall at the hands of tacit discords, but to Capello himself. His body was disposed of outside the city's limits. The truth is,
Why are we playing this? What is this? When did this happen?
the path of the Montelli family is one
I
of
blinked. Is this a recording being played to other people? And if so, how does this prove anything? It's just her saying the information to somebody else. It's not proof that what she's saying is true.
But I will prioritize the welfare of every member. I do not take sacrifice lightly. Now, will you continue down this path? Or will you align with our cause for Bennett's sake and your own?
Trust built on deception always comes back to haunt you. You're getting what you deserve.
Now that you've lost both the goods and your trading partners, this is your last chance to bow out gracefully.
Bow out gracefully. Do you think I still care about saving face at this point? My only regret is not being ruthless enough. I should have cut you loose earlier, making you pay the price like the others who crossed me.
Awkward timing.
And what of it? You'll never understand. We lack the power to protect everyone, so what's wrong with seeking a powerful ally? Why not align ourselves with those who share my true goal?
You're right. I've crossed the line. But I can still salvage this if I take you out and reclaim that data module.
Somehow.
Everyone, capture them!
Time to leave. Copy.
We get it! They're gay! Oh, this scene! Oh, this is where it was. I was starting to wonder if this was just from a trailer or something. I've seen this scene out of context. In a very, very funny context. I'm gonna show it after this. It's cool that that happens in the actual game. This is cool! This is fucking awesome! Don't get me wrong, but was it worth getting to?
Then, let's fall together.
Like, this is rad! But is 3 minutes of cool animation and these two being gay as hell, was that worth it? Was that sequence worth the 2 hours and 9 minutes it took to get to? I don't think it was. Again, I saw part of that out of context. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. It's gonna delay the ending.
Velvet's people have secured Duncan and will bring
It'll
him
be
to
worth
a
it.
safe
1
house.
second, let me find it.
He'll
I think
return
I see.
after everything's settled. Regarding the order, I tasked Blue Rain and Retriever to pose as Capello's agents and declare the cooperation null and void. No data module, no explanation or any follow-up. Capello is already a lost cause. The Order will realize this soon enough.
Okay, so I don't know the full context of the bottom video, because obviously I don't play that shit anymore. But apparently, we all just saw that scene of us doing the cool dance fighting thing. That's what this game did. The bottom screen on what I'm about to put up on screen right now in front of you, lovely people. The bottom screen is apparently the ending of the newest Genshin quest. Yep. Look at him go. It's like poetry. It's sort of they rhymes. Let's see that again. Wow. Go, white boy, go! No, the context is different. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, little Jimmy, age 10, biggest Genshin Impact fan in the world. If he was doing the Carlton, I would have no problems with it. You're right, I wouldn't. I'm willing to admit that bias. Terrible. Just off. I would have been mad at the Harlem Shake. At least then I'd know they were being funny.
The rain's back. I remember telling Grandfather how I hated the rainy season. I once saw rain as a bad omen in Raguna. When it rains, it's easier to wash away bloodstains. That's why acts of revenge usually happen on such days. But today's rain feels
Yeah, you make sure those
different.
boobs are in frame.
As it falls, the troubles of yesterday are washed away. I feel calm. Like I found my true self again. My present and my future are now in my own hands.
Okay, but what was up with the mirror world? Was that completely unrelated? Did your uncle set that up? Is that a thing a human being can set up?
Thank you, Rover.
And who the fuck was Bennett?
My girl could not have accomplished this without your assistance.
Make this guy playable. It'll be funny. Do it. I'm her capable partner. I act as if I don't have a mirror world in my closet. I don't have a mirror world in my closet. I have Ed Sheeran in my closet.
It appears I underestimated the potential that you possess when working together.
Come on now.
What he just said. Looks like someone's been keeping secrets from me, huh? I've been curious. You entered that scenario and delivered his gun to me. How did you earn my grandfather's trust so soon?
I'll tell you next time, maybe.
The nerve. Since we make such a good team, I'll let it slide for now.
Capello and his lackeys will face the consequences of their actions. Our code is simple. Vengeance for blood. Death for life. No one is exempt. There's a lot at play here. It will require some effort and a true Montelli at my side to handle it.
I see. I'll take care of the rest. But before that...
He wants us to fuck her so bad! You leaving?
Yes. What, miss me already?
Oh, ma! Maybe a little.
No need to feel sad about parting. For each goodbye brings us closer to the next hello. That's my favorite way to think of it. A countdown to our next reunion. With Capello ousted, the family needs someone to fill his shoes. I must assist my grandfather through this tumultuous transition. There's no one else to do it. Thank you, Rover. As my grandfather said, things couldn't have gone so smoothly without your help and support. Now that the dust has settled, you no longer need to stay with me as Cat's Eye of the Montelli family. But still, I want you to have this. As I said, every member gets a token that matches their code name. Though you already have a pair of cat's eyes, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. No, this gem wasn't crafted by my forte. I chose it just for you.
Oh, ma!
I know someone like you won't stay just for me. And joining the Montelli family might not be in your plans just yet. But I'll keep this code name for you, Cat's Eye. The first and only member to receive my personal invitation.
Gay, gay, homosexual, gay. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I think that one was a dud for me personally. Just a whole lot of pointless yapping. Done in a way that didn't really feel like it imparted anything new. Cool set pieces. Very cool, nice little set piece at the end. With the actual moment of us stopping the evil uncle and all that, but again, just not worth it. That's how a lot of Genshin quests were, I hate to say it. But it's true. It's like a lot of build-up for a good set piece, but it's like, yeah, you can just watch that shit on YouTube with no context and get about the same impact. Wasn't enough Abby. There really wasn't enough Abby. Felt like a side quest you're only doing to get the item. Half focused, I don't want it to end badly. I mean, yeah. Like, I hate to say, again, I like Carlotta. Like, I cannot stress enough how much she grew on me during the main quest. Again, when from being a character I pulled on complete accident and was pretty indifferent to being someone I was unironically happy to have, to the point I pulled for her weapon. Don't like gotchas. I don't like gacha storytelling. Specifically Chinese gacha storytelling, but you know what? I guess I hate Fire Emblem Heroes too, so maybe. Yeah, just like, again, like Neo said, the whole, apparently that's standard practice for freelance writers. I don't know if the ones, I don't think the Hoyo staff is, like, technically freelance. I think they're just in-house. Again, I have no idea if that paid by the word thing is true or not, but it explains so much. That or just, again, and I mentioned this time and time again too, and nobody can ever really confirm, but, like, it's either that paid by the word thing is true, or like I said, it's just a matter of China has very, very different storytelling sensibilities, apparently, where they think less is more, and they think that, like, we need all this nonsense preamble just to get to 2 minutes of cool set pieces. American gosh, just, yeah, I'm gonna play Gardenscapes. Terrible. No, like, my whole, what I say mostly about Arknights these days, Arknights is in no way, shape, or form a bad story. It is a badly told story. This was a badly told story. Because, again, I see the vision on paper. Like, on paper, I can look, I got enough, I retained enough information from that I can look at all the plot beats on paper and see what they were going for, and it makes sense, and it's fine. But in execution, that was almost 2.5 hours. That was almost 2.5 hours. And I feel like there was only 15 minutes, if even, of actual information that was necessary. Even that's probably being generous. Different countries have different ways of writing. For example, Japan has the habit to repeat words already said like a second ago. Oh, yeah, they love that, yeah. Yeah, Japan loves characters repeating back the same words that another character just said. They like unnecessary pauses. I don't know much about spaceships or this machine empire, but I will go where I must to protect the Earth. No, but that's not Japanese. It had a Japanese director. It counts. If you understand that reference, I love you. But, yeah, no, like, and that's fine. Like, everyone has different sensibilities, but, like, just for me, for my personal taste, for the way I prefer my stories being told, like, it gets rough sometimes. And when you have one like this, where, like I said, just so much of it was, like, based on listening to NPCs give out the information, and it drags. Again, sometimes it's fine. I will stand by Gion's quest is really, really good, which I can't even remember his being that. I can't even remember his that well, to be perfectly honest. But that's just because of my goldfish memory. Like, in the moment, I remember his being fine, and I'm sure his also relied on NPCs giving me some information. But again, a lot of the stuff that happened to that one was related to, like, his psychology and his PTSD with, like, what happened back during the war or whatever. Good news for you. Your city is no longer the target of a tornado. Other good news, you got grilled cheese. Oh, hell yeah. Fucking a pogger? Grilled cheese and no tornado? That's dubs. That's 2 dubs. But no, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that was bad. I'm not gonna do that. This whole, I'm not gonna say it was Nilu tier, even though it almost made me feel about the same way. But just, make ramen, JC. Ooh, nice. Like real ramen? Pork broth ramen. Yeah, like real ramen. Oh my god, you're lucky. I have shitty, like instant ramen. I kind of want some now that you said that, though, damn it. One day I'll get real ramen. You know, when I actually have disposable income and my life's not in shambles. But yeah, no, I got nothing. Again, that was not the worst thing in the world, but it did its damnedest to try and make me feel like it was. Because that drained me.
Would you like a fun game
Yeah,
between
yes.
the two of us?
I
Why
should
did I
try
go
to
in
smile
here?
more.
Don't talk to me right now, wife. I can't deal with her right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just thinking, I guess. Talk to me right now, woman. Carlotta, you're still cool. Like, that wasn't your fault. But just, goddamn it. Get back in the kitchen, Camellia, and make me a sandwich. It takes 2 days to make it to be worth it. No, man, that's awesome. Okay, some things are worth the wait. Like when I leave my marinated chicken, marinating in the fridge for like over a week. Makes it so good! Gives it plenty of time for all the juices to sink in. It's the best. I've not done that in a while. Because I'm lazy and trying not to spend too much money. I'm effectively living on my own.
I should...
Understood.
The battlefield...
She'd actually try to drain you, but the quest beat her to it. Hey-oh. Actual ramen... Like, yeah, no, actual ramen broth. That's next level cool shit. But yeah, I believe that's it, right? Like, we've got some events here, but I don't think any of them are voice acted. I guess there might be. They're very inconsistent on like whether or not characters get companion quests or not. A lot of characters still don't have them. It's possible the clown girl Rochia that she'll get something in the second half. And in 17 days. But I don't know for sure. We'll find out together. If she does get something, I'll probably hop back on at some point when I have the spare time. What little time I have right now to do that. Otherwise, we will probably not see Wua again until the next patch. Like, God, well over a month. 17 plus another 21 days, yeah, ooh. Oh, yeah, it never registers for me how long these patches actually are until I work out the math like that. Jesus. Ugh. Yeah. I got nothing. Sorry to be a downer. Sorry to be a negative Nancy, but I can't pretend to be enthused about it when that just genuinely kind of sucked my energy out, or at least felt like it. Live stream chat. Oh, please, live stream chat. Bring me back to life. Bring me back to life for Sailor Moon. I need energy. I'm Zani's new friend! Zani's alright. I am interested to find out more about her. Again, I'm more interested in her than I was just seeing her design. Because of the Italian accent. But I still don't know if I'm sold on her. It'll partially depend on her playstyle, I'm sure. But also just, how much I have left over. Tuesday Fantasy and Wednesday Fantasio? Yep, should be the case. Like I said, everything has an asterisk on it right now, but, sounds about right. Because again, I don't really want to go back to Georgia this week. I would like to spend a week home. But we'll see. Who knows? Alright. I guess I'm gonna stop rambling. I clearly ain't got nothing to say. Thank you all very much for joining me. Special thanks to Fusion, Go-Kart tier patron, Vroom Vroom. If you want to help support... Nothing happened between God and being gay with Carlotta, which we already did last time. Ninja has one last gift for me. Please, Ninja, save the outro. If you want to help support absolute shitima, check out the links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty night.